If you are a YouTube foodie, then you've probably seen the series Hot Ones, where celebrities are interviewed while eating very spicy hot wings. Series creator First We Feast also has a popular burger series called Burger Bucket List, hosted by George Motz and Alvin Kalon. So now I got a chance to talk with George about all things burger. I have to ask, how did you get into hamburgers? Because I understand you actually cooked burgers on our show. It predated me, but I understand that was kind of a story there.
Yeah, so I did actually. So at one point, we're thinking of making a cookbook, and when the cookbook came out, we had started promotion, and the first real big hit we had was King 5 back in 2017, I think it was. And a producer there asked me to make a burger. What burger can you make in 7 minutes that's super simple, that the host can eat, and you can talk about the history in front of an audience? And I chose the onion burger, the Oklahoma fried onion burger. And from that point, I think I've made over 150,000 onion burgers since then. I'm actually known for the burger that I first made on your show. So thank you for that.
No, delighted, but I love that was like the one thing that you thought of, and now it became a thing. By the way, what is in that?
5 simple ingredients. It's beef, cheese, a bun, salt, and thin sliced sweet onion. That's it. And it's basically a ball of beef. And as you smash the ball of beef onto a flat top, you're also pressing the thin sliced onions in. You turn it over. You've got this crazy beef onion experiment that is pure science and absolutely incredible.
You're making me hungry, and I have to imagine that, like, when people watch your show, they better have a burger with them or eat, because they're going to be hungry. I'm really excited about this show because I personally feel that burgers are the perfect meal. I mean, it's got everything. So tell us about the concept of the show, Burger Bucket List, and what we can expect from it.
Well, the idea is that host Alvin and myself, we sort of co-host this show in separate coasts. The two of us are very, very passionate about hamburgers. And the two of us have a lot of knowledge, not just about the history of the hamburger, but how to make great ones today, or how to rethink the hamburger, the American hamburger. I think people sort of identify the two of us, even together as a unit, as sort of like the brainchild of all things hamburger, which is really great.
I'm sorry, I have to ask, because I don't think I've ever asked this question. Where do hamburgers come from? Like, what is the etymology of the hamburger?
It's a great question. So one of the episodes we do talks about the prequel to the hamburger, believe it or not. It's an episode that's dedicated to just the prequel to the story that we all know. And the story that we know is that it came from Hamburg, Germany, because that's where the name Hamburg comes from.
Copy that.
So it was a very inexpensive way to eat when you were waiting for passage to the U.S. or somewhere else. So you'd leave out of the port of Hamburg and you would eat steak in the style of hamburger, which was chopped beef cooked somehow and served on a plate with potatoes and gravy. And when you got to America, you found other Germans that had immigrated before you were eating the same thing from street carts, somehow cooked in New York City. And it became this very American thing when it became portable. When it went to state fairs in the Midwest. And the hot dog actually predates the hamburger. And I imagine somebody saw a hot dog walk by at a state fair and went, "Hey, wait a minute, why can't we do that?"
They're like, that's interesting.
So from Hamburg, Germany to the Midwest is sort of the history of the hamburger in America.
Seriously becoming an iconic American food, like you mentioned. So let's talk about your guests. I mean, who are they, and have you gotten any surprises?
Well, yeah, we had Mythical Josh from Mythical Kitchen was on, who's a great guy, great chef. He's kind of a wacky guy, but he knows a lot about fast food, which I don't really know a whole lot about fast food. He's a huge fan of fast food, and he thinks way, way outside the box. So I could throw anything at him, and he was fine. We also worked with Elijah Wood, which Alvin had Elijah Wood on his show and had some fun with burgers. And also Joshua Weissman, Chef Joshua Weissman, was also on Alvin's show as well. Yeah, so it's been wild. It's been a wild season.
That is really, really cool. Can I ask, what is your favorite burger?
So I don't answer that question only because I know too much.
Yeah, it's true.
I have a book with 200 great places to go eat a hamburger, and those are my 200 favorites. You know, I like to say my favorite is the one that I like from my book that's closest to me.
Yeah, the one in my hand right now is usually my favorite. Okay, here's a hot take. I cannot eat a burger if it's pink inside.
Oh, okay.
What about you? Like, do you want it? Is it good to have it kind of pink? Like, what's the deal with that?
Yeah, so here's the deal. So pink is actually good. Pink says that the burger is going to be moist. It doesn't necessarily have to be pink inside. You could eat it cooked straight through, but you have to make sure there's fat in there to keep it moist. Okay. What I always tell people, if you bite into a burger and it's pink, that's great. If you bite into a burger and you see pink and white, then it's not, it's you're what's happening is the actual fats have not rendered, they're still white. And therefore it's basically raw. So don't eat it.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you
Okay.
can eat it, but it's not going to taste the same. The best thing in hamburger is rendered fat. Rendered fat is really what makes a burger taste great. So,
It's like melted into the meat at that point, right?
exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay. You may have changed my thoughts on this, so we'll see how I feel next time I bite into a pink burger. What ingredients absolutely do not belong in a burger? I will throw out there pineapple. I like it on pizza, but do not put it on my burger.
This is true. And pineapple is not great on a burger. If you're in Australia, you will find a burger with a pineapple on it, believe it or not. And they love it. And it actually does kind of work. If you have a really fatty burger and lots of salty stuff on there, it does work. But I do agree that alone on a burger, don't do it. Ketchup, I think, is a big no-no. Ketchup alone. Well, ketchup is too sweet, and ketchup overpowers everything you're trying to taste, including the taste of beef itself. So I tell people ketchup is great on a burger if you're mixing it with mustard and mayo and beef grease and everything else. But if it's just ketchup on a burger, it's just not good for me. I don't like that.
Yeah. And what about a fried egg on a burger? I've seen that.
That's good. It's amazing how everywhere outside of the U.S. it's fairly prevalent on a burger. Most countries put an egg on a burger, but not in this country for some reason. It's unfortunate. It's a great idea.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm here for it. I've even had mac and cheese on a burger once, and I didn't hate it.
See, I can't do that. I can't do hot cheesy pasta on a beautiful burger. Just they should be looks great on the photo, but the problem is that together they should be separate meals.
I agree. But I had to try it once.
I've done it once also.
Please come back and cook us burgers again when you're in our neck of the woods.
I would love to.